Knockouts, Tonya TKO here. And tonight we're just having a little bit of a discussion. We're not having a typical show. I had an epiphany and I wanted to talk to you all about my epiphany. So I'm just waiting for the link to populate. And then I am going to get live on all of the other platforms. After I send out the text to the text notification squad. And so there are over 840 people on the text notification squad. A few of you, your phone number did not come through. Here's the link. A few of you, your phone number did not come through. And so I'm going to need you to contact me if you're not getting your text messages. I'm going to send you an email. So don't worry about that. You'll get the email. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I see that you all are starting to come in. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just getting the text out. You know, the YouTube link added all this extra stuff at the end so that they could know where it's being shared from. And I don't need all of that extra stuff. So I have to go in and switch this up. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. While I'm in here, I might as well turn on the notification. Not the notification, the monetization. This video shouldn't be demonetized, but you never know the way these platforms be going. All right. I don't know how long we'll be on here talking about this. I figure we'll talk until we're done talking. So let me put this ad. Let me just put the hashtag in there. Hashtag TKO text squad. And then we shall send this out. All right, perfect, perfect. All right, and then now let me get these notifications out on Telegram. So even if your text ever stops working, you can always sign up for notifications on Telegram. And we also have a private group for the squad on Telegram where we communicate between broadcasts. All right, the notifications have been sent out. Let's go ahead and get live on all of these other platforms because I want to talk with you all about an epiphany I had after I was approached by family after my last broadcast where I was dressed in my militant gear. And I let you all know that I was going through something. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So come on, let's go ahead and get live. The notification just went out. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And of course, you know, we're live on YouTube where we do the main show. All right, so welcome in, everybody. Welcome. I am your host, Tonya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. I hope you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this channel, we use viral topics as teachable moments for what self-love or self-abuse looks like in our lives. And I had an epiphany after my last broadcast because in my last broadcast, I don't know how many of you were here for my last broadcast. If you were, go ahead and throw up. I don't know. What should we throw up for if you were here in the last broadcast? I'll take suggestions from the first person who put something up. So I want you all to just let me know while I'm looking up that video. So while I look that up, I will open this up inside of... Okay. Right? Hello, Knockouts. Tonya T. Okay, so... All right, so here we go. So if you were a part of that last broadcast, nobody is telling me what to tell people to put up. Nobody's telling me. Okay, 7 is the first one. All right, so go ahead and put up the number 7 if you were part of the last broadcast. Right? So here is my this is me from from the last broadcast, right? So we were talking about this guy who opened fire on the children, right? So this was me, right? This was me in the broadcast. I let you all know. I did a thing. I let you all know I was going through some things, right? I let you all know I was going through some things, right? I let you know. I let you know. I let you know that I was going through some things, right? Okay, so a lot of you were here. And what happened is family began to reach out to me after the broadcast, right? And I wanted to talk about how we, I think a lot of us don't really think about the full picture that is before us, right? And what is before us is that we have a lot of people on microphones who let you know the caliber of where it is that they come from, the caliber of the women in their lives or not in their lives, right? By the lack of accountability that they come to these microphones with, speaking with reckless abandon, right? So, family came to me, they spoke with me, found out, what was it that was troubling me, what I was going through, spent some time investing in me. And, everybody has very busy lives, but, just trying to get a sense for what's happening, what has gone awry, what is it that I need, et cetera, right? And I came to an epiphany during this time. And the epiphany that I came to was, you know, first of all, why can't these people leave me alone? Okay, no. 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 The epiphany I came to was all of these people who are on these microphones, what does their support system behind the scenes look like? What does their family look like behind the scenes? If a man is coming up here calling women all types of bitches on the microphone and saying all of this stuff, right? Acting the fool on the internet. What is it that they tell their mother? What is it that they tell their father? What is it that they tell their female cousins, their friends, their exes who they're still friends with? But if we think about the bigger picture, right? Are they friends with any of their exes? What do the women in their family look like? Some of you have been sending me a video of a man who's gone viral, talking about how he's going to tell his daughter that the most important thing for his daughter is for her to get a man, right? And I thought about what type of conversations are going to exist behind the scenes between this father and daughter. How is he going to raise her? What is he going to instill in her? All fathers are not created equal. All mothers are not created equal. Amra Fudel. Who knows who Amra Fudel is? The name might sound familiar because I did a video on this. I'm going to grab my orange. I am fiending for some sugar, right? I'm fiending for some sugar. So I'm about to eat a piece of orange. Amra Fudel. Who is Amra Fudel? I'm going to let you all guess. Because I wonder, how is Amru able to come out on these microphones and say the types of things? Nobody remembers who Amru Fudel is? Oh, okay. There's just a little bit of a delay. Okay. The person who's going by the names of Myron Gaines, right? His real name is Amru Fudel. You all are terrible. He goes by the pseudonym of Myron Gaines. You all are so silly. And it makes me wonder, what is the caliber of the women that he has in his life? What's the caliber of the relationships that exist behind the scenes, where none of his cousins are like, that's not cool, man. Or dude, what are you doing? Right? Dude, what are you saying? Like, we don't come from this, right? Even if your family members are out of the country, because you know he claims he's from South Sudan, right, with a full American accent, right? And he claims that he would never date a Sudanese woman because she just doesn't have the aesthetic that he's looking for. And he said that he doesn't have to explain himself. I'm going to tell you all, over the past 3 days, I invested time in day after day going through all of the videos that you all have sent me and cataloging them inside of an Excel document. I'm about, I don't know how long, how much I've gotten through, because I did all of the ones from Instagram. I did Instagram and I did TikTok. And I have to do YouTube and I got to do my website next. And I'm already up to almost 400. I promise you. I promise you, I am up to almost 400. And it's, you know what? It's not an Excel document. It's an open office document. Give me 1 second. I'm getting ready to open this because let's see. All right. Yeah, so I went through cataloging these. Let me just show this to you because I spent the better part. Oh, I got to get my captions back up. Give me 1 second, you all, because I closed the screen. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. So this is I cataloged all of these videos, right? And I wrote out descriptions of what all these videos are. I put yellow on the ones that I've covered in previous videos, and I'm up to 387. I'm up to 387, and I haven't even gotten through the full list. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get through it tomorrow, because there's some things in there that I should have responded to years ago, but I didn't. But you know what? I found some old videos that I wanted to react to. I found some old videos of Mr. LaTruth before they blew up in that whole thing last year, right? I found some troubling videos of him. I was not able to find that troubling video of what's this guy's name? What's this that all of you ladies freaking love that I did the video about, and you all tried to freaking check me and I had to check y'all asses. Black guy, he's religious, he's married to a black woman, he talk real slow and he talk about relationships. He did a video on men cheating that I need to show you all because he was saying some problematic things that I need to highlight, but I can't find that video. If there's anybody out there who knows the video I'm talking about, by all means, send it to me. But nonetheless, the epiphany that I came to, so I did all of this cataloging. I'm going to be reacting to a lot more videos because now that I have them cataloged, I'm going to be more precise with how I do my videos. I'm going to do like reaction blocks of like 20 videos per video. That way I can get them up on the other channel. Oh, goodness. Okay, so for those of you who don't know the other channel, my other channel is Tonya TKO Clips, right? So, yes, Tony Gaskin, that's his name. No, everybody knows the Street Meat's name. Yeah, Tony Gaskin. I remember when I used to talk about Derek Street Meat Jackson, you all used to try to come down on me about that too, but look, surprise, surprise, right? My intuition is never wrong. My intuition is undefeated. This is how I'm able to read tarot so well, because I listen to the internal voice that connects us all. And so I'm telling you, between you and I, forget it. You think whatever it is that you want to think about, whoever it is that you want to think about, whatever you want to think about. So whatever. Follow whoever you want to follow. As long as you're getting what it is that you need, it ain't none of my business. Do you. Nonetheless, my other page is www.youtube.com/@ Tonya TKO Clips. So you can go over there and you can see the clips that I put up on the other page. I just put up a video the other day of the song I was singing with those fangs in my mouth. I thought it was so cute. So I put that up. But nonetheless, the epiphany that I came to when family gathered around me is one, you can tell who comes from an ain't shit family by how ain't shit they are able to behave online while fully showing their faces or even doing their voices. People who come from any type of family that is worth a damn, even if your voice is out there, somebody in your family knows what it is that you're doing, and somebody's going to pull the coattail of the people who are closest to you, and somebody is going to check you, right? So that's one. The second epiphany that I had is that good Black men don't know. Good Black men are not on the internet in the same circles that we are in, wading through all of this filth. And that's wading with a D, as in dog, wading, like the way you tread water. They're not wading through all of this filth like we are. And so they're out working, they're taking care of their families, and they don't know what's going on in the world with Black women, with our murder rates, I found out the other day that while pregnant, that the number one killer of Black women is men, not childhood birth and not gestational diabetes, none of that. The number one killer of Black women when they're pregnant is Black men. They don't know that our favorite authors like W.E.B. Du Bois and they don't know that Martin Luther King was a philandering dog who coveted white women's flesh. And that was probably part of the reason that he had a whole bunch of Black people sitting up at counters getting spat and slapped the fuck up just so that he can integrate, so he could be in closer proximity. That he had numerous affairs on Coretta with white trash from here to there. They don't know. They don't know that W.E.B. Du Bois created a sci-fi novel where in his imagination of this futuristic sci-fi world, he has murdered off all the Black women, including the ones in his family, including his wife and his immediate family. And the only two people that he thinks are left on earth is him and a white woman. And then after they go looking for her family and her husband and all of that, they relent into the prospect of having to create a new species I don't know what the new species. They were going to create a new species, right? So nonetheless, they don't know what's going on out here. They don't know that a Black woman is killed every 6 hours. They don't know that in 2020, a Black man was murdered by another man once every damn hour, almost, just about once an hour, right? They don't know these numbers. They don't know what's really going on. They don't know that they don't know that Frederick Douglass, that he emotionally tortured, psychologically tortured his first Black wife, that she was born free and helped him get free. Listen, don't worry. Because after speaking with family, after speaking with family, especially, men, you got to show them numbers. You got to show them the data. You have to show them the details. So I realized that, because, the Black women in my family, they thought the outfit was cute. They thought I looked pretty. They understand a little bit better than some of the Black men. They understand. And I realized that there's a disconnect. And some of you who are married to men, some of you who are married to Black men, white men, whoever it is that you're married to, you know that you have to invest your time in helping him understand what's going on with women. That Black women make up less than 7% of the population, but 40% of the missing and trafficked girls. And no one's looking for them because the police are positing as if they're quote unquote runaways. That there's this thing called missing white woman syndrome. So D. Farmer says, even when you show them, they're still mad. Listen, no, babe, no. Not when you're dealing with a good man. No, no. You will get this man to be your advocate if he's a good man and you show him exactly what it is that you're talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some videos for you all so that you all can see, and share these videos with people who don't understand. Because there are some people, and Bella says it's Black History at I'm sorry, is there somebody in here who's talking smack about reality? This is Black History Month. So I guess you all don't know that the founding father of Kwanzaa was a psychotic, drug abusing Black woman, torturing while married to a preference, from what it is that I'm hearing, right? But I'm gonna do my research in this. That he trapped some Black women who were part of his organization in his house and tortured them over the course of days, battering their vaginas, beating them, using soldering irons inside their mouths and on their backs, and just torture, making them drink laundry detergent, crushing their toes and vice grips, and um and all of this, and this craziness, that they don't know that Marcus Garvey's wife in 1925 was talking about how Black men preferred white women back then. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. And it is time. It is time. It is time that we started having these conversations in ways that, and so um and so somebody is saying, stop infantilizing them. They don't know. You know what? If you can prove that they know, if you can prove that they know, I'll eat my words. Okay? If you can prove that they know, it's like you're just talking. And it's like, okay, talk, talk, talk. I am telling you that people going about their daily lives, listen, there's some women who don't know. There's some women who don't know. While you're sitting here talking your junk, there's some women who don't know. Not every woman, like, you're in these spaces, so you hear every 6 hours, every 4.5 hours, you hear this, right? And I mean, look, hey, look, I get it. I get it. I get it. You know, I remember when I remember when I was young and I read Soul on Ice and Up from Slavery, and I read, it was Eldridge Cleaver, and it was somebody else who writes the other book. There's two of them that I read around the same time, so I always get them confused, right? But he in this book, I remember as a young Black woman, my heart sank down into my stomach when I heard him talking about the only thing a nigger bitch could do for him is this, that, and the other. He was in jail and he was talking about this mentality. And I was like, wait, what is he saying? One of them went around, he wanted to capital R word white women, so he practiced by capital R wording Black women. And I was stunned and sickened to learn this. And it's like, we don't we don't know. We don't know. Listen, W.E.B. Du Bois, I read The World in Africa when I was 17 years old. And it changed my life. It changed my life. I read Booker T. Washington's Up from Slavery. It changed my life. Frederick Douglass was one of my favorite abolitionists. I heard a black woman say in a video that Frederick Douglass cheated on his black wife with a white woman. And so deep was my admiration for Frederick Douglass that I refused to believe this. After all, Dr. Umar Johnson is claiming heritage with this man. So I looked it up myself. They kept saying it, and I said, no, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. Not this freedom fighter, this abolitionist. Couldn't be. I looked it up myself. I looked it up myself. When these black women were talking about this nigga, what's this nigga's name? Iceberg Slim. He wrote this book about being a pimp, many, many books about pimping, right? When they said that his mentor was a pimp he was in the 1960s, in that time, 1950s, 1960s, Iceberg Slim. In the late 1800s, right? So you gotta think about how these centuries are going, right? Iceberg Slim learned his brutal ways from a pimp from the 1800s, right before the turn of the century, right? When we got out of slavery, black men pimped us. They pimped us. And we don't know. So whoever is that person who is saying stop infantilizing them, they know. I would typically get angry and start screaming at you. But I'm going to I've been doing some inner work recently, right? I've been doing some inner work recently. And I'm going to extend compassion to you because you don't know. You don't know the full picture. I realized we've been lied to over and over and over and over again. And I realized that so enthralled were we with black men that we believed these lies. So much so that we take their word at it. That how many of you took the word of black men when they said that the reason they behaved this way was because in the 1980s, black women were on talk shows disparaging black men? If you believed that shit, put up the number 2, because I believed it. I mean, how many of us were old enough in the 80s to really fact check this? How many of us were old enough to fact check this? And we got some older women in the crowd, yes. But the vast majority of us, we don't have that much of a recollection besides off-the-shoulder shirts and upside bangs, salt and pepper with the big triangles and isometrics. All right. Let's take a look. Who believed it? Who believed it? I believed it because they say it. They say it so much. I believed it. Ultimate, I don't know. Look, I don't know what it is that you're saying. I don't know what it is that you're saying when you say it's all there, right? So I'm going to give grace because I don't know if you're saying it's all there and thus it is easy to be disproved. What I want you to do is I want you to beckon Any black man who says that black women continuously got up on the stage and disparaged black men, I urge you to beckon them to send you the links. Somebody got a VHS tape, no? There's links on the internet, no? Because I'm telling you, it does not exist. What did exist, God damn it! God damn! We've been lied to. What does exist is broadcast after broadcast after broadcast of black men disparaging black women. We don't want you. You're too black. You're too ugly. It was them. And then they turned around in one of the greatest bamboozles of all time and then tried to convince us that it was us. And it was not us. What I saw were desperate pick-me's in their 8-ball jackets and their hair all done up. Desperate! Desperate for black men. Please. Come back to us. Come back to the black family. Choose me. Pick me. Desperate. That's all I saw. Tell them to send you the footage. If it exists, they'll be able to send it, right? Tell them to send it. I want to see it. I will feature it. Because all I see is time after time after time after time after Sally Jesse Raphael. What was this guy's name? Ugh. He had white hair. I don't remember his name. Ricky Lake. All of these talk shows that were out in the 80s. It was them. It was them. And then they had the nerve to turn around and say that it was you. And it was them all along. It was them. And they got you shrinking within yourself. I had to tell this man today. Oh, you know what? I'll pull up the doggone comment myself. I'll pull it up. Because I had to tell this man today. I had to tell him today. Let me see because I have 2 pages now. So which page is this on? Because I had to respond to this jack donkey. I had to respond to him, right? Where is the status response? I responded. Let me see. I don't think it's on this page. Is it on this page or is it on the... You know what? I'll search for a word. Let me search for a keyword. The keyword is pick me. I had to respond back to him. Let me see. Ah, yes. Oh, and it looks like he has responded to me. Let's take a look and see what the hell we have going on. All right. So this is him, Floyd. He says, it's ironic that the same group of women trying to emasculate the very black men they raised complain about the lack of protection they receive from those same men. Like, you raised these men. Pick a struggle. No, bitch. But you know what? Let me see. I'll show you what I responded to him. And I said, false. Your pick-me mammies raised y'all, and your father-abandoned homes raised you. That's what I said to him. That's what I said. Because these men are trying to hold you accountable for the dudes who are walking out here on the streets. Sir, a woman in her 70s raised you. That's not me. Sir, a woman in her 60s raised you. That is not us. You're coming to women who are too young to have been your mother. Obviously, some woman who got some things going on with her. Let me see. What video is this on? This is on the Filipina video, on this madness here. The one where we're talking about these damn kangs, right? So then here he goes, Tonya TKO, 70. Let's see what he's saying down. It's too low down here. 70% plus households are led by single mothers. So these city girls and dusty men you refer to spend a majority of their lives learning their bad habits from their mother, aunties, and grandmothers. However, here's a topic for a future show, if you will. Send the boys to live with daddy full time. Let's see how the boys and girls turn out when dad is given primary/full custodies. I'll sponsor that show. Let me know. Let me respond back to him real quick. The type of capital BUM, the type of bum who abandons his home and children in the first place. Let's do a comma. Isn't a decent human being and can't raise decent human beings. Look at you. I just had to add that little attack there at the end. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? There. There. That's it. That's what, you can't say too much on YouTube because YouTube even takes down my comments. So you can't say too much. Even the word bum might set them off. But yes. Yes. Oh, let me check the apples real quick. Let me check the apples. I see there's a lot of apples that came in and I didn't even have to ask you all. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get these apples read. All right, Dorothy A sends $5. Thank you, Dorothy. We appreciate that. Thank you. Danny sends 444 and says, showing you love, brown heart and heart. Thank you. Ultimate Enigma. Okay, so Ultimate Enigma is friend. Thank you. When the comments come so quickly, I don't know who's saying what. So thank you. All right, so she sends 133 and says, encourage history and geography. It's all there. Got you. Thank you. That's what you were saying. Thank you. I apologize. I'd be so hot-tempered. All right, Sam sends 111 and says, somebody got the VHS tapes. It's true. Those were on VHS. They were on VHS. Tell them to put it on the TV and record it with their phone and send it through. Samaj sends $5 and says, for taking me to school tonight. Oh, I didn't realize you were taking to school. Don't worry, I'm going to make some short videos for you all to be able to share. Angelina sent $1 and said, what happened to your awesome RV? The truth of it is, during the pandemic, my RV was broken into several times. It's California and people are homeless. And then after the pandemic was over, when I was on my way back to California, this is part of what I was going through. Last year, somebody just jumped in, broke through the fence at the storage facility and drove away in my RV. They recovered the truck, but they never recovered my RV and all of the belongings that were in it. And because I'm a Black person who believes in insurance, unlike some of these mother effers we've been reading about, it was fully insured and I got paid back for everything that was inside of the RV. And the RV and some extra, plus the truck and some extra. So yeah, so that's what happened to it. The universe said that I didn't need to go back to California and be in that existence. And, I still am sad because my original YouTube plaque, my 100K plaque, was in my RV, and that's gone. I'll never get that back again because they changed the plaque style to this hideous plaque that I don't like. But yeah, I never talked about that publicly because it was just too fragile to talk about. This is my first time speaking about that publicly. I did talk with the people in the text notification squad about it though. So we do have broadcasts behind the scenes, tech squad and me. Oh, that's Angelina. Christina sends $2 and said, "Where they rise?" Yeah, exactly. Exactly, exactly. Exactly, exactly, exactly. So, Key sends $5. Talisha says, "Two because I believe the lies." Exactly. Essie sends $1 and says 1 million less single mothers in Hispanic communities. I don't know how that relates though. Demetria sends $1 and says, "Choking with this dust in the atmosphere." You know, it's a lot of fools. Exactly. Just found your channel. Love it. Thank you, Omal. You're going to have to help me with the pronunciation, y'all. Omal Carey looks like Omal Carey. So thank you, Omal Carey. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. See, Omal is new here and knows how to send apples. So I appreciate that. Alyssa says, "My first apple. Love your show." Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So far we have brought in $38. So thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's get back to the video. Oh, Essie sends 2 and says, "Oh, 1 million more, wait, many more Hispanic and white single dads." Really? I need to, I don't know the numbers on that. See, this is what I'm saying. So the people who are like, don't infantilize them, they know. You know, people get so caught up in their own area and realm that even though I looked at, you know what, I looked at the numbers for Black women for years, but didn't realize until just like 2 weeks ago that Black men murder each other at a much higher rate, almost 1 an hour. And they're not doing anything about this. So, yeah. So we'll check the apples again in a moment. But I feel like those are my epiphanies. I'll open up the phone lines so that we can talk. I'll open up the phone lines. Oh, today is Friday. I didn't even make any plans. I can't believe Friday snuck up on me like this. Oh my goodness. It's because I spent all of these days doing this cataloging, and I need to, so that when I get ready to do a video, I'm going to take the 20 that I'm going to react to, and then I'm going to put those in yellow. I'm going to put the pink that I'm going to react to next, and then once I react to them, I'm going to change them yellow, right? All right, the Cash Out. Okay, here, for those of you who don't know the Cash App, it's in the description of the video. It's $ Tonya TKO, like you see on the screen here. But you can go to www. Oh, my keyboard is moving extra slow. Okay. Cash.app/$ Tonya TKO. And it is a verified account so that you know that you're sending it to the right place. All right, phone lines are open. I'm taking calls right now. Oh, there's the number on the screen. There's the number on the screen right there. So, oh, there's a whole big delay. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because of the stuff we're talking about. Our stream is being beat down. Who knows? But there's a huge delay. But yeah. Ultimate Enigma says Black men got the right to vote before white women. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm Bridget from Denver.
Oh, hold on. I don't have the sound coming into the right spot. All right, say that again. You're calling from where and what's your name?
My name is Bridget from Denver.
Oh, hey, Bridget from Denver. Okay, talk to us. So what's your comment?
I clearly got you high. I'm the commentator who said don't infantilize them. And I just wanted to explain what I meant by that.
Oh, you know what? I'm so glad that you called in. Yes, because it did upset me, but I offered compassion to you. So go ahead and explain your stance.
Sure. So the reason why I'm saying do not infantilize black men is because there's enough black men who have that toxic mindset, right? Like they're kind of the ones who started this whole um, narrative, this gender war, if you will. So that's the reason why I'm saying don't infantilize them. We have a device in our hands every single day with, you know, with access, so I can't possibly believe that there are certain black men who just completely ignorant about what's going on. There are way too many black men in this world, excuse me, in this country, who just they are on this toxic stuff. And they have such a toxic view of black woman and black womanhood. So I, I can't baby them like that. They know.
Do you know what the single mother rate is in the Hispanic community?
In the Hispanic community, no.
You got a device in your hand. Why don't you know what's going on with Hispanic women? You walk around with this
Well, because
device in
I'm
your
not
hand every
Hispanic. Hold on, I'm not Hispanic. Why would I care
exactly.
about what's going on in the Hispanic?
I want you.
We're talking about black people
I
in the
want you to
black.
just. I want you to pause. I want you to pause, and I want you to think about what it is that you just said, and use that on your original point. I'm gonna eat a piece of orange while you think about that.
Well, there's really nothing to think about. Like I said, if I was Hispanic, I would know what's going on in my community, right?
You're a
I mean,
woman. Why don't you know what's going
I'm
on
a
with
woman, yes,
women? I don't know. I told you to think about it. You didn't even take the time to think about it. Do you self assess?
absolutely.
So take a few moments, please. Assess. I'm going to give you 1 minute to just assess, okay? Think about your statement and use that to your original point. And if after 1 minute you still don't get it, I'm going to explain it to you, okay? I'm saying this out
Go
of
ahead and
love,
explain it. This is a conversation. I don't need for
okay?
you to be condescending. Go ahead.
Listen, I gain nothing from being condescending. I gain nothing. I'm not being condescending. I'm offering you grace. If you're interpreting that as condensation, then that is on you and something that exists inside of you. As a woman, as a womb holder, I'm offering you grace to give you a few moments to think.
But
Listen, you
again, you asked
listen.
me,
I'm
do
going to
you
explain.
know?
Listen, let me explain the rules of the phone calls here so that anybody who's calling in understands my expectation. When I begin to speak, stop speaking. Those are the rules of the phone call. This is not this is my platform. I guide the phone calls. I do not have to let anybody filibuster. When I begin to speak, stop speaking. This is my expectation. So please, before you dial those numbers, understand my expectation because like I said, I've been working on myself recently, and I realized that that is what gets me. That's what incenses me. That sends me over the edge. So as long as we can keep that, then we'll be good. So you tell me your name one more time.
Bridget.
Okay, Bridget, I'll just explain it to you. You have a phone in your hand every day, the same way that you said men have a phone in their hand, right? But you said that you can't believe that they don't know what's happening with women, but then you also say, why would I care what's happening with Hispanic women? I'm not a Hispanic woman. So then men can
That's not
say,
what I said,
why
though.
we can rewind it. You said, why would I care? I remember those
No,
words.
no, 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 no. Tanya, hold on. Wait a minute. Clearly, there's a misunderstanding here. My my comment was towards the beginning of the show
I'm talking about on the phone
when
with
you
me.
were
On the
saying,
phone with me. Please, let
but
me
wait a
you
minute.
asked me you asked
I was telling you that I wanted to explain my comment. And
You
that's
did
what my
explain your
comment was
comment.
in
That's why you
reference
called
to.
in. So let me just, and I'm trying to explain it to you. So allow me the opportunity to explain it to you. In the same way that you don't know what's going on with other women, our counterparts in this race do not know what's going on with other people in their race. You're saying you're a black man. Of course, you know what's going on with black women. And we're talking about two different types of black men here. We're talking about the ignorant men who are online, who are fanning the flames of these gender wars. I don't know whether they do or don't know. They're not my concern. My concern and the snips that I'm going to make are for black men who are able to listen to logic and listen to reason.
Understood. Okay. But what I'm saying is that there are enough black men, right, with this very toxic. I mean, I know plenty of black men who are like, yeah, I don't agree with, what such and such said. You know what I mean? But they know. They're aware that it's going on.
Well, listen,
You know
I'm
what I
so
mean?
I'm
So
so sorry
that's
that
my
that is the
point.
caliber of men that you have, that you speak with. The caliber of men that I spoke with in my family truly did not and do not know. And thus, I feel that it is my duty to present the information. What is the issue with me presenting the information? Why should I sit here and assume that people know a thing that I have not put out there? Just because the information exists doesn't mean that everybody knows it, just like you don't know what's going on with other women. Bridget, thank you so much for calling in. You have a great rest of your afternoon. I'm going to speak with someone else.
Yep.
All right. You know what? Black women, we need to calm the fuck down. We really do. We got all of this angst and animus going on inside of us. We need to calm the fuck down. We really do. And we have to take the time to self-evaluate. We have to take the time to self-evaluate. We have to take the time. And if somebody beseeches you to take some time and look within, take the fucking time. Look within. Just take the time. What will it cost you? 60 seconds? Look within. Phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. There's somebody, the comments behind the scenes and in front are moving so much slower than, so it's all over the place. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, my name is Ashley. I'm from New Jersey.
Hey, Ashley from New Jersey. Welcome. What's your comment this evening?
I was just going to say that there was a YouTuber, I'm not going to say his name, I know you don't do that, but he was a male YouTuber that considers himself a feminist, and he was spouting these same type of talking points, like, oh, songs that women made about, only being interested in men for financial gain, or, things from the 90s, like talk shows, is the reason why the manosphere exists.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was ridiculous. And so, yeah, I was just going to say, even people that consider themselves allies a lot of times still think black women threw the first stone.
Yeah, the thing is that we hear, and up until just recently, I've been quiet about this because I thought the same thing. Because we didn't know any better but to believe it. But it dawned on me, I've been asking for evidence of this for 3 years. No one has been able to, not one black man has been able to provide me evidence of black women disrespecting black men. What they considered to be disrespectful is us begging them to come back to us.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And it's crazy because this person is, has higher education and knows history, so for even him to spout that same kind of ignorance is so disappointing,
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Call him out on his bullshit.
Listen, I do though. I do. I be putting comments in his thing, and he be skipping over them.
Well, then if that's the case, don't give him your clicks anymore, and encourage other black women not to give him your clicks. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna grab the next call. Thank you. You're on the air live with Tonya.
Yes. Hi.
What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Miss Hi, and I'm calling from New York.
I
Your
just
name is
turned
Miss
into your
I?
Miss Sy, S-Y.
Oh, Miss I. Okay.
Yes. I'm calling from New York, and I was just so blown back because as soon as I
Welcome,
turned on
welcome,
the
welcome. Hold on. I'm sorry, Miss
yes,
I. Hold on for 1 second. There's a guy,
okay.
Voodoo, in the comments that's saying, Oprah, send the footage, send the link. All of that footage from the 80s and 90s on Oprah exists. And Oprah, I remember a little bit more, but she was before my time. And she was probably before your time, too. Send the footage or shut the shit. Simple. All right, Miss Sai, go ahead.
Yes, I was just so blown back because I just got finished watching this documentary on Hulu where they were talking about the FBI tapes that were released for Dr. Martin Luther King, and I was like being defensive, because of course, it's wrong for him to have cheated, but I also thought it was wrong for them to record him, without him knowing. So as soon as I clicked on your link, and I heard that it was white women that he was cheating on with, I was just like, they didn't say that part. I didn't know all this. So I have to go educate myself a little bit more on that. The reason why I'm calling today is because, I do watch YouTube, and I'm very well aware of the manosphere. And I'm just wondering, like, do you see any hope between Black women and Black men having some type of, I don't know, come to Jesus moment? Because it's really very toxic out here in these streets, to the point where I'm just like, I don't know what our future is going to hold as far as any type of true unity between both sexes.
That's a great question. And I think that your focus must shift from worrying about Black
Okay.
people as a collective to worrying about Black women. Honestly, Black
Mm.
women, we're going to have to do our own PR. I had another epiphany today that I want to talk about, and that's about all of these people being in the Black women's space and how we are made to feel as if we don't have the right to be able to police our space, so much so that we got people with dicks
Mm-hmm.
feeling that they are reinventing Black womanhood for women. So
Which means, so when you say protect our space, what you mean, like as far as being able to communicate how we're feeling and our pain and things of that nature?
no, I mean defining what does it mean to be Black? What does a
Oh,
Black woman
okay.
look like? What is a
Okay.
woman? What is a Black woman? Because we have a lot of people who are in our space, and first it started with accepting people with non-Negroid features as being Black, with no melanin, no non-Negroid features, and all of this, that, and the other. And now we got people with dicks who are in our space talking about their women. And listen, I understand that there are people out there who are trans, and you could call me whatever it is that you want to call me. That's a very mannish thing to do. Men like to create all of these catchy, snatchy labels for people. Call me whatever the fuck you
Mm-hmm.
want to. Call me turf and surf, whatever the fuck. You all were already
Mm.
calling us surf and turf, fish, and all this other stuff. Call me whatever the fuck you want. If you
Right.
have
Right.
XY chromosomes, you are not a woman. I don't give a fuck. Quote me, chop it up, put it in a stitch, do whatever the fuck. If you have XY
Yeah.
chromosomes, you're not a woman. You're not a womb holder. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
I don't I understand that you may feel however it is that you may feel, and this may feel uncomfortable hearing this from me, and I'm okay with your discomfort. I am
Yeah.
uncomfortable with a person with XY chromosomes who was socialized as male and who has the physiology of manliness, the brain of a man, and none of the anatomy of a woman, claiming that they're just as woman as me. And you're not. If you want to call yourself a trans woman, or you want to call yourself a TW or whatever, call yourself that. Don't add no
Right.
cis nothing in front of my name. Don't add no none of that. I'm a woman. I'm a womb holder. I'm a keeper of the womb. Period. It's as simple as that.
I just
Simple.
think it's the women who become men, they don't have that issue in their community. You know what I mean? It's like it's always the issue with the man who becomes women. They come in there and, try to say there's no such thing as a natural woman. And to me, it kind of is starting to
There's
feel
no
like it's
need. There's no need for us to get let's get back to the original topic. I'm sorry, because there's no need to debate that.
okay.
Because look, I said what I said, and
Yeah,
I meant
no,
every single word of it.
I'm just
I'm pretty much agreeing with what you're
I know
saying
you're
and
agreeing
how,
with me. I just don't want to give
yeah,
them any more time, girl. I
I hear
want
you.
to,
I hear you.
I
I
don't
hear
even
you.
want to
I hear you.
validate
So,
because I don't even think validate is the word, but go ahead. You know what I
right,
mean. You know what I mean. I'm not going to
right, right.
validate,
All right.
give any
So back,
validity
so back,
to it.
so back
Because
to it.
you know what? You
So,
know what I did? I did hours upon hours of shows on this. Because when I was trying to make up my mind, I did hours upon hours of shows. And what I came into contact with were people who were in varied stages of mental health unwellness
hmm
on my
yeah,
lines.
yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. I'm just gonna say yeah, because we'll go down another rabbit hole.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Go ahead, Miss Stein.
I guess I'm single, and I want to get back out there, but I feel bad because it's like I'm losing hope in a way that there are sound minded type of guys out there. So and it's happening even in the younger spaces. My son, he goes to college, and he's saying that the black men and women on campus don't even communicate with each other properly because it's just such a divide. So when you say that we need to focus as women, we need to focus on ourselves. That's definitely some information and food for thought that I'm gonna take in. Um,
Yeah,
but the
you
comment,
you have got to you've got to open up your horizons. I understand melanin looks good. People who love themselves like people who have similarities, right? If you like melanin, just find some other men who have
I'm
melanin.
open.
Huh?
Yeah, I said I'm open. You have to be very. I've always been
Mhm.
open, but you just have to be. But it's just like you said, just kind of accepting the truth of the hate that
Mhm.
has been in this space for a long time, and how we just been kind of gaslighted when we say certain things. It's an immediate attack against us. It's like we do have to start kind of, not even kind of, we just have to start accepting the facts of what's going on. We got to
Mhm.
start accepting those facts. So I just wanted to
Exactly.
call in, yeah,
Thank
and just
you.
say that because like I said, I clicked on and you said he was sleeping with white. I was like, what?
Mhm.
No, don't say it ain't so. So
And he has such a
thank you
sweet,
for your.
innocent face too, and such a magnetic voice. But he was a
I
philandering
mean, you
dog.
get it. I did. Whew, yeah, I'm speechless a little bit on that aspect of it. So I have some homework to do. But
Yeah.
I appreciate your commentary, and I will continue watching you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Miss High. All right. Phone lines are open 323-488-3149. I'm going to grab these last few apples that have come in. All right. Little sends $10 and says, even male allies claim women through the first stone. Oh, you called in on the phone. Nancy sends $5 and says, we'll catch the playback later. Stay amazing, Tonya. Thank you. I appreciate that. Marcella sends $2. Natasha sends 5. And then she comes back and sends $2.50 and says, Tonya, thank you for going so hard for us. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Shaisha sends $4 and says, I'm late to the game today, but I appreciate you. Yes, absolutely. Show up on time. I'll put the link for the text notification squad here. Support the show and support yourself. Oh, I'm not even able to type anymore. Oh, here we go. www.tonyatko.com/TEXT. And you can join the text notification squad and get a text whenever I go live. It supports the broadcast and it supports yourself. And if you want to get the notifications for free, I also have a way to receive those via Telegram, and the link is in the description. So do that. And phone lines are open 323-488-3149. I'll check the apples in another moment. So yeah, so the young lady who called in, Bridget, was commenting. I saw comments in the comment area, but there's a little bit of a delay. where she's still talking about what it is that she was saying originally. And, you know, I'm talking about women who have men in their lives, right? Who are good people. I'm not talking about some bums from the internet. And if you have bums in your life, if you have bums in your family, men in your life who are bums, then there's no need to even try to have conversations with them. If you have good men that you've vetted, that you have qualified as good men, but they just may be ignorant to what's going on in the BWE space, I will be creating short videos for you all to share. That's very simple, right? That's very simple. So that is what I will be doing. 323-488-3149. My face looks so gaunt. I don't have on any makeup, and so my under eyes look hollow, but it just is what it is, right? It is what it is. I need to drink more water. Where's my water? Where's my water? Oh, there it is. 1 second. Oh, all right. If there's no more calls, then, but there's, like I said, there's a little bit of a delay. If we've gotten all of the phone calls, or if you want to be sure to get your call in now, by all means. One of the things that I think that women are going to have to do as a collective is just cut our population in half. Really let these men die out and just don't reproduce for them. Just let them die out. They have a 50-year lifespan anyway. So in another 50 years, we'll all still be alive. Well, most of us here will still be alive in 50 years. And they will have died out, and their children would have died out as well at the age of 50. So, well, they're male children. So I think that that's what we're going to have to do. I think we're just going to have to just continue to just let the population die out all over the world. Even China is not meeting its one-to-one replenishing ratio. You're on the air live with, wait, don't quote me on that. I know Japan isn't. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, Tonya. I'm Karina. I'm from New York.
Hey, New York is deep in the house tonight. All right, so Karina, talk to us. What's your comment this evening?
First, I wanted to ask, what was the commentary for tonight? Because I love watching your content, you know.
Well, you know what? You can rewind it and then come back because I have another call coming in. So let me grab that and then just rewind it and get on the text notification squad so you're here on time. Okay, baby? Thanks, Karina.
Okay.
All right. You're in the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Tonya. I'm one of your text now. I'm part of the text crew.
Okay.
Behind the scenes. And my name is Zeno Noir. I'm a follower and watcher.
Okay.
So I guess the part that I wanted to comment on, there's a couple things, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a colorful background.
Hold on, my earpiece fell out. 1 second. The last thing I heard was I had, and then it sounded like you said culinary.
I apologize. Whenever you're ready.
No, I'm ready. My earpiece had fallen out, but it's back in now.
Colorful upbringing. That's what I was trying to say. Colorful upbringing.
Oh, okay.
And as a young adult, one of the things that I loved to do was adopt parental figures.
Okay.
That I admired.
Yeah.
And so in the community, I would find a parental figure, whether that be a father or a mother, and I would just latch onto them and, get all that goodness and good information, into my cranium, trying to learn how to not make the same mistakes my parents made.
Yeah.
Which caused me to have a colorful upbringing.
Yeah.
And so I don't say that it was negative or positive. It was just it was what it was. You know what I mean? As an adult, we have to forgive our parents and reparent ourselves. Period. Point blank. But the whole point, I got so distracted. I'm so sorry. The whole point I was bringing up is one of my father figures. He has 2 daughters. He also has a son, and he was going back to school. he was on I believe it was his his third marriage, because his second wife cheated on him.
Oh, wow.
He didn't share any of this information with us. We kind of had to like snoop around to get it, because he's a prideful man, beautiful man, love him to death, still calls God to his best. And I remember when he was talking to, he's like my uncle, but I call him Dad, so he's my Uncle Daddy. I know that sounds country as hell. But my cousin, when he was speaking to her about her prospects, because she had graduated from college really early in her career, and we come from the Pacific Northwest, and so when he was speaking to her about her prospects and how he was, looking at, the men around her age that didn't have the same things that she had, and he was just explaining to her and then trying to encourage her to find a man who would give to her as much as she would give to the man. And I remember a couple years before that, my cousin was really pro-Black, and she refused to even look at a white man. I have biracial children, and so she would talk mess about my biracial children, not like negatively, but about their dad and the fact that I dated white boys. But now she's married to a white man.
Oh, wow.
After her dad had this like coming to life. What?
No, I was saying it beats like that sometimes.
But her dad had this coming to light moment, and he looked around and he sat his daughter down. I was like, I mean, what aspect does she have? There's no Black men out here that have the same type of degrees, that are willing to invest into the relationships like what she's worth. What do you want her to be? I mean, like, what is it that I want her to be with? And he had a real come out. You better date around. I'm the best man for you.
Yeah, they kind of cut out there, but did you say that he told her to date around and find the best man for her?
Yeah.
Is that what you just said? Yeah.
Yep. I mean, he's been in her life her entire life. She had her mother and her father. They were married in her earlier life, but he still stuck around and raised his kids, which is beautiful.
Is he Black?
Yes, he's Black.
Oh,
yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Dark skinned Black man, beautiful man.
Oh, wow.
But like it took him like a good 10, 15 years to have that coming to light moment, though.
Yeah. No, I feel
it took his daughter being a teen mom for him to come in, and still graduating from college for him to come to the light.
Wow, she got left by a Black man.
She got left by a Black man.
But then what happened to you? Passing. Because what happened to the father or the fathers of your children?
Well, my ex-husband was not all that great. So I had to leave. Gotcha. Because of I'm still in my healing process. Yeah. And I attracted a narcissist, and I have to take accountability for that. Yeah. And right now I have to heal. I have to still work on healing, because obviously I wasn't as healed as I thought I was.
Yeah. So, so that's the thing. So when it comes to dating out, divesting, opening your options, dating the rainbow, however it is that we want to put it, right? I think it's important that no matter what race, what color, what creed, that we are vetting, because it's not enough to just be like, oh, this person is a certain race, so they're going to have these characteristics because of the race. Really, it is a matter of just finding the right person for you. It may be somebody Black, It may be somebody Asian, it may be someone Indian or Hispanic, Latino, Brazilian, Caribbean, African. Just open up your pool and see who has the best offer for you, who fits in the best with your life, your goals, your direction. And you may be surprised at where you find this person. So absolutely.
Thank you. No, my mom, she was, my mom dated interracially instead of my grandmother. So I never not dated, or never thought not dating interracially, if that makes any sense.
Got you. All right, Ma, thank you so much for calling in.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good one. Bye.
All right. So phone lines are open 323-488-3149. And so welcome in, everybody. Welcome. We're only gonna be, let me see how long we've been. Oh, we've been on for more than an hour. So we're good. We're good. I'm gonna see if there's one last phone call, any more apples, and then we have a few more apples that have come in. Let me grab those. The phone number is on the screen right now, 323, write it down, 488-3149. Somebody posted in the comments. And let me grab these apples real quick. Roxanne sends $10 and says, watching your views evolve. Big up yourself. Thank you. I appreciate that. It takes a village. Tony sends $1 and says, time to resurrect being Amazons. I'm down. Absolutely. Absolutely. We really need to start concentrating on ourselves as Nubian womb holders because, oh my goodness, what is going on with my thing here? All right, there we go. All right. Shatara sends $10 and says, first time Cash App. I'm a behavioral counselor. Thank you so much. What is a behavioral counselor? Is that like a regular therapist that does cognitive behavioral therapy? You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Sierra from Ohio.
Hi, Sierra from Ohio. Talk to me. I'm going to make you the last phone call and then I'm going to jump out of here.
Okay, so I am calling because I was definitely like the comment you made about how things were leaving slavery and how they were pimping us and just like the whole pimp culture in general and just also I think the fact of what they endured and what we endured during slavery, what they witnessed being done to us. Like I think that there's cognitive dissonance at play there because if I see this woman and she's being taken through certain things and she's having certain things done to her, I can either A, look at myself and say, I'm not able to protect in these kind of situations. I'm outclassed here. Or or B, I say there's something intrinsically wrong with her as a way of pushing that off of me. So they can't handle thinking that they were incapable. So now they've been just running this script for so long. And like, I want something major to happen to break that train of thought, that retelling of this narrative that they created in their minds in order to deal with something that was so psychologically damaging, so that maybe at some point we can, come together. But I also understand that maybe we have to do what's right for us in the meantime. But also, I just want to say I am part of the text notification squad. Woo! Okay.
Yay! Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you. All right. Well, I appreciate your phone call, and I will see you all behind the scenes.
All right.
Are
awesome.
you a part of the group behind the scenes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, wonderful. Okay. So, all right. So I'll see you back there then.
All right. See you behind the scenes. Bye.
All right then. Bye. All right. So that is going to be my last phone call. I've been working really hard over the past few days, so I'm going to take some time to myself tonight and just sit back and just relax and watch some entertainment, some entertaining programming. And then go from there. I appreciate all of you for coming out and being a part of the show. Thank you all. That's all I can really say. Thank you. I will see you all. Hopefully I'll be doing the back-to-back reactions tomorrow. After I finish relaxing, I'm going to come back and do some more work with getting all of these videos cataloged, because there's over 400 of them, and I want to knock them out back to back, because all of these videos are food for thought, all of them. So if I can do 20 videos per recording each time, I will be all right. Make sure that you're a part of the other channel, the Tonya TKO Clips. Join the text notification squad, There's a few people whose numbers did not come over with their submission. So make sure that I'm going to send you all a message but if you don't get a message from me and you're not getting your text notification, make sure that you reach out to me, because there's Noel, Molly, Achda, Nikiba, Agata, Wilda, Anika. You all do not have phone numbers associated with your account. So I need you all to reach out to me, and anybody else who's not getting your text, make sure that you take the SIM out and restart your phone so that it can reconnect to the network. It really does work. It really does work. There are people who were not getting their text notifications. They did that and then it worked. So, all right, I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Let me check the last few apples. And let's see. Let's get this. Little sends $2 and says, I give it 2 years before TG has a Derek Jackson reveal. You think so? TG is that guy that we were talking about, the Gatelin or whatever his name is. Yeah, well, look, I don't know. 2 years, I don't know. He's very Christian too, so even if he did have one of those, his wife may not come out and say anything, because remember, Street Meat was caught. He didn't come out. And so let me see. So we have gotten up to $94. I'm pleased with that. And I'm sure that once I get off air, somebody will send 6 through so that we get up to 100. So I appreciate that. And I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself, you know what? I had some self-love lessons from today's video. So let me hear your self-love lessons from today's video. Let me hear your self-love lessons from today's video. The self-love lesson that I learned, so type SLL and then type out your self-love lesson. The self-love lesson that I learned from today's video is, if there is a person whom you respect, who asks you to self-reflect, take the time to self-reflect. Like I said, I've been doing some internal work recently, right? And so, and I'm happy. I didn't lose my temper at any callers today. So I think I'm getting better, right? I realized what triggers me, and I've been working, each week. Right now we're working on anger. And so I realized that there's some room for improvement in terms of me and my anger. And one of the keys was to feel what goes on inside of your body when you start to get angry. And I started paying attention to the internal physical cues and start realizing what was underneath the anger. And so that has helped me be able to have a more objective response, right? Somebody said I'm giving the shoulder tonight. Hey, Candace sent $10. So we did go, we broke the 100. So I'm really happy about that. I'm happy about that. Thank you all so very much. Don't waste energy on treasonous males. Vet people, including your heroes. Child, listen. Black women shouldn't waste energy on treasonous males. We have to move on for our own sanity. All right. Okay, I see people are having their across-the-board conversations. Stop believing lies, especially if they're causing you harm. Knowledge of historical patterns can protect us now and in the future. I truly believe that, and that's why I'm going to be doing these videos. Absolutely. All right, so continue with the self-love lessons. That was mine, self-reflection, look at self. Absolutely, because we are not the best that we want to be. And I realized that in doing the work that I do, that, if I choose to curse somebody out, let that be a choice, but let it not be something that comes from me losing control. And so I've been working on just figuring out ways that I can show up more to be able to do good work. And so I've been self-reflecting. I encourage you all to self-reflect. Stop telling people Stop letting people gaslight you. If you have lived it and experienced it, then it's your lived experience. Yes, yes, yes. Start looking at vetting the people that you want to be in relationships with. Yes. We blame each other for white people evils. Voodoo, stop it, because at this point, it is black men killing black men. It is black men killing black women. So we need to look at who is the face of doing these things right now. So the physical chains are off. But what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to kill the people around you? You have to stop. You have to stop. You have to stop. And you have to, Voodoo, please self-reflect. Stop blaming white people. Stop blaming vaginas. Stop blaming traffic on the 405. Stop blaming all of these other things. Look at you and figure out what you can do differently. What can you do differently? Take some time to self-reflect. Voodoo, do you want to call me in? Huh? You want to call, Voodoo, so that you can stop talking junk inside of the comments and call up on the phone? Huh? Stop blaming other people. And the thing is that men are constantly talking about, accountability is kryptonite for women. Name one thing in the manosphere that manosphere people take accountability for. Not one effing thing. Nothing. Nothing they say is their fault and that they can do better. Stop this shit. And if white people are the ills, then turn to white people and do something. Instead, you all are getting mushed, pushed, slapped up, blocked in by white people on sidewalks, at your front door, in the elevators, all of that. What are you doing to your oppressors? You can find a way to pull your nuts together to come bang them on the keyboard over here in my comment section. Why don't you go over to Stormfront and fight your real enemy? If white people are the enemy, fuck you doing here? Go to them and figure out how to combat your oppressor. Talk to other black men to gather together. What in the world? You know what? I looked for Stumpy. I need to know where Stumpy was located in Texas because I'm not getting anything. I wrote to Stumpy's ex-wife, but she didn't write me back. So I don't know. Everybody's looking for a payday right now, so people don't want to talk. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Go out there and love one another. Voodoo's not going to call in. I already know the type, so I'm not even going to hang around and wait for it. Voodoo, if you want to call in, send me a message on my website, tonyatko.com/contact. And let me know that you're Voodoo, that you want to call in. Give me your phone number. And then when I come back up to work, after I finish relaxing, then I'll do another show. Let's see. I bet you he doesn't write. Simple as that. I'll see you all.